Alright, hello, and welcome. Welcome. Happy Halloween, everyone. I am Darkside Phil, and welcome to my Halloween Marathon Horror event. A day-long exploration into the world of horror-themed video games. I hope that you are excited. I am excited. We've got a lot planned for today in regards to gameplay, in regards to hijinks. In a moment, I will reveal my costume. And it's going to be a challenging task because, you know, every year when I plan to do something for Halloween, you know, it's a task of trying to figure out what kind of a costume can you get that won't interfere with gaming. Because the bottom line is, if I'm going to be sitting here playing a game all day, and if I'm going to be, you know, going through multiple games and it has to be a 7+ hour stream, I need to have something, a costume that's not going to hinder my gaming abilities. Meaning I have to see, I have to be able to move, I have to be able to hold a controller. You know, there's a lot of consideration that has to go into it. There's a lot of costumes out there that unfortunately cannot be worn during something like this because it would hinder my ability to actually play a game on the stream, which would be a waste of time, right? So there's a lot of stuff that I had to consider, and there were a few costumes this year that I actually wanted that I had to bypass because I realized I would not be able to do it. It would not be a viable option, okay? So, the big reveal is about to happen. I'll show you what I came up with, and I think it's a good costume. I think that it's one that is going to fit today's events perfectly, okay? Is everyone ready? Drum roll. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, crap. I don't remember which one. Is this it? That wasn't it. That was not the right sound effect. That's not it either. One of these is going to be the right one. Hold on. That's not... I'm pressing every wrong sound effect. What's this? What the hell? Alright, I might give up. Okay, I think this is the right one. Hold on. Yes! There it is! It only took me like 5 of the wrong sound effects. Okay. So here we go. The costume reveal. Haha! I'm here! I'm ready to take on all the denizens of evil today in a 4-game marathon for you! And I must say special thanks to the September patrons who voted... well, who nominated and then voted on horror-themed video games throughout the entire month of October to make today's marathon happen. I cannot see a damn thing right now. I am staring at a blackness right now. And, yes, there were many different costumes that I considered. And actually, the story of this is that I wanted to be Deadpool this year really badly because I love the movie, I love the character, and I wanted to be Deadpool. But all the Deadpool costumes out there had a full mask that would cover your entire face. And I was looking at them in the store, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to see through this thing. And especially if I have my mouth covered like this. See what I mean? Wearing a mask would not have worked for a long-ass marathon. So that being said, I was looking all over, like, what could I do to still make Deadpool work? And also, some of the costumes had, like, these long, puffy arms and stuff. For some reason, a ton of these Deadpool costumes had muscle shirts. Now, Deadpool is not a buff guy. He's not the Hulk. So why the hell did you need a muscle shirt in order to do Deadpool? It didn't even make sense, right? It was really weird. So I was looking all around, and I finally found this shirt at 2 different Halloween stores. I said, well, this shirt would be perfect because I could wear it. I still look like Deadpool, but I still have my arms not, like, all messed up with, like, big puffy arms or gloves. I can still hold a controller easily. But then the dilemma of the mask actually lingered for about 3 weeks, and then finally, this past... Friday we went to the Halloween store and they had this hat. I said, well, it's not perfect, but number one, I can wear it and I can still put headphones over it and I can still play a game, you know. And number two, it doesn't cover my mouth, so you'll actually be able to hear me talk. So that's kind of the story of how I got this costume. And I cannot see a thing with the costume like this at all. So there you go. That's, this is how I'm gonna have to wear it as I play today. I'll have to have it like this and then have headphones over. Of course, the dilemma, again, is now I have this hat on. It's gonna muffle the audio I hear, but I guess that's the one thing that, that you have to do. You know, that's the one concession. And I have these nice little ponytails or pigtails. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. Tie them. I guess you could tie them, right? Get them out of the way so they don't dangle. I just throw them over my shoulders. There you go. So anyway, this is cool also because, quite honestly, this is a budget costume. As you know, with things going the way they're going this year, I didn't want to spend a ridiculous amount of money on a costume I'm only going to wear for one event. It's not like I'm going to a Halloween party or anything, and this was a lot cheaper than me going for some of these ridiculous full-body $70 costumes that they have at these Halloween stores. So, alright, so that is the big reveal. I know a lot of people were wondering. So anyway, let me now move this to where it's going to be. There we go. Now, of course, I don't actually know what any of these games I'm playing today. I've never played them before, so I don't know what the HUD is or anything. So I don't know if this is going to be a good position for the camera as I play. I guess we'll find out, alright? But anyway, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here, alright? It's going to be a fun stream. What are we doing today? A marathon. It's starting right now. It's going to be 4 different games. These are games that were nominated and voted by the September patrons. And what are the games? Well, one of them you can see right now on your screen. It's called Layers of Fear. It is I guess it's a mystery / horror game. I don't know. I've never played it. I did watch the trailer, and it seems pretty creepy. PS4, it's on PC and PS4, so that we'll have that. There's also going to have Dino Crisis, a PS1 throwback classic from the same makers as Resident Evil. And I don't know how that game's going to be. I've never played it before. That was one of the games I've never played at all. Or even seen gameplay of. Like, I've seen pictures. I used to read EGM magazine. I remember when it was new, they had, like, things in it covering it. But I've never played it. I don't know if it's like Resident Evil or not. I guess we're going to find out. I don't know what the differences are. And then we've got Condemned Criminal Origins on the Xbox 360. I don't know too much about that either. Never owned it, never played it. I heard that is a pretty interesting horror-style game. So that'll be up. And then, I guess to end the day, the most complicated setup will be a PC game, Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. If you don't know what the hell that is, formerly called Spooky's House of Jump Scares. This is a game that I guess is supposed to be like a cutesy, but also it does have like a little bit of jump scare quality to it. Not a very demanding game for PC. The reason they had to change the name is because they got sued. I guess some Korean company owned the trademark to Spooky's House, and they wanted to own that. So they ended up having to change it to Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. It's free to play, which I was blown away by. It's a free game. So that's going to be today's docket. Now, how's it going to work? Well, it's going to work this way. I'm going to play one game, and judging on if people are liking it, you know, how it's going, I may play it longer or I may cut it short. That's the good thing about this year's Halloween Marathon, is that I have 4 games. Unlike last year, I only had 1 game, and when people started getting boring at a game, I was stuck playing the game for the whole stream, and that's what kind of ruined it, honestly. It kind of made it more boring than anything else. So now, I have the control over what I'm playing. So if I'm playing Layers of Fear, and I'm playing it for an hour, it's kind of getting boring. I could go right to the next game, and if it's a game that people are really liking, I could play it for longer. So I like that flexibility. That's why I wanted to do multiple games this year. I think this will be a fun marathon stream. Now, to clarify, because some people have been asking this question, if I'm playing a game today and I seem to like it and people are liking the playthrough, they're like, wow, this is something that could be cool, Phil would do it full length or whatever, yes, there's a possibility that I will actually do a full-length playthrough of some of these games. Will it be anytime soon? I'll be honest here, alright? Probably not, because there's so much going on in the realm of new games. In fact, this marathon wouldn't have happened if it weren't for patrons, you know, pledging to make it happen, because right now I'm in the middle of so many different playthroughs. I'm playing Dragon Ball, I'm playing Battlefield, I'm playing Titanfall 2. Right now, the last episode of Hitman came out today, and I'm foregoing all of that for a cool horror marathon today, but I'm going to have to get right back into it starting tomorrow, so I'm going to be way too busy to be continuing on with one of these games right now, but it certainly doesn't mean that I won't be continuing a playthrough in the future. If this is a game that you're liking and you want to see it continue, be sure to send me that feedback after today's stream, alright? As always, all these videos will be recorded. They will be uploaded to DSPGaming immediately following the end of tonight's stream. And this stream is roughly scheduled to run from now, which is around 12:30 p.m. Pacific time, till around 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. You know, there has to be a point where I say, okay, I'm getting tired and I have to eat dinner and everything. But then I will upload all those videos, And so, yes, if you are a subscriber to DSP Gaming, expect an influx of videos today. There's nothing I can do about that. I definitely got to get them uploaded before I start with all the other new stuff the rest of this week, okay? Alright, so that's the deal with today's stream. That's what we're expecting. That's what it's going to be. I want to thank those who are here for it. We're going to start with the first game shortly. But as usual, I do need to do a little bit of self-promotion here, a little bit of advertisement, and talk a little bit of business so that everyone knows what to expect for the rest of this week. This is the intro/pre-stream video, right? So let's talk a little bit of business. First of all, I'll bring up my intro card again. This week, what can you expect for the rest of this week after the Halloween Marathon is over? Tomorrow will be Hitman, the final episode, on my live gameplay stream, and I'm also going to do some multiplayer of Titanfall 2 off-stream later on in the day. Wednesday, my stream is a little bit up in the air. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do, but I'm leaning towards the PlayStation VR right now and finishing up Here They Lie, that horror game that I was playing a couple weeks ago, and also checking out PlayStation VR Worlds and trying to finish that up. At some point this week, I am going to review Titanfall 2, but I need to basically play some multiplayer a couple times before I have a chance to do that. Alright, so that will be later in the week. Also, yes, Dragon Ball will continue this week, so there's a lot of stuff going on. There is the possibility I'll be playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered and Infinite Warfare on Friday if the viewer who contacted me and said that they're willing to donate it, if they come through. The issue is that I don't even think they know if they're getting a physical copy or a digital code, and if they're getting a physical copy, it's not going to happen, because they have to pay shipping costs and all that. But if it's a digital code, they can just send me the code and I can play it. The bottom line is it's on the fence, and I'm not, like, super confident that it's going to happen, so I wouldn't get your hopes up. Worst case scenario, I'm still playing all that other stuff for the rest of the week, so it'll still be a fun week of brand new stuff, ongoing playthroughs, reviews, lots of fun stuff for you, okay? Alright, fair enough. Alright, so now, let's do a few gratuitous plugs, shall we? And then we'll go back to the face cam, and then we'll get started. Alright? So, gratuitous plug segment. First of all, I want to say this to everyone. Thank you so much for the support this past week. As you know, this week I kind of revealed, unfortunately, that things weren't going so well with my business. At least the past few months, since the summer started, really. It's been on a slump. Overwhelming outpouring of positivity, of support, people giving me constructive suggestions, and people pledging to my Patreon for the very first time. And I'm so appreciative of that because as I've said since I started Patreon, $1 helps. And people don't realize that, okay? But so many people this week pledge like $1. And you know, oh, it's not going to do anything. Take a look. Right now, I have the most people ever pledged to my Patreon. And I'm going to raise the most funds this month ever since I started on Patreon. And if I could retain that every month moving forward, that's going to help tremendously with being able to keep doing this as a full-time job, okay? So thank you to those who sent me nice positive messages, and to those who could afford it, thank you for your pledges. I very much appreciate it, okay? In fact, within the next week, I will be contacting all of you. Actually, this Sunday coming up, I'll be contacting all of the patrons from whom I need information in order to process things such as your forum upgrades and stuff like that. If you're going to get a special perk, like a private Q&A video or whatever, I'm going to send you all the information on patreon.com regarding that, okay? And that's the deal. I kind of want to just let you know, because I know a lot of first-time patrons are going to be going through this week. That's how it works. It's the first Sunday of every month. I contact all the patrons via patreon.com, a private message to get your information. Some patrons I won't have to contact at all, because if you just did the $1 perk, you get that automatically. That's easy for me to do. But like if you need a forum upgrade because you pledge $5, or if you need to get your questions, a private Q&A video, or Ask the King questions, all that I'll explain. I'll contact you about that on patreon.com at the end of this week, all right? Okay, now one other thing. All right. One other thing, ladies and gents. If you are a first-time pledgee of my Patreon and you pledged this month, I want to warn you, the way Patreon works is that it automatically reprocesses on a monthly basis on the first of the month. So, for example, let's say you pledged $10 to my Patreon this week. If you don't change your pledge amount, tomorrow, you're going to get charged another $10, okay? So I'm warning you up front. I don't want anyone to accidentally get double charged for an amount that's more than what they were willing to pledge. Obviously, I know some people did pledge big amounts this week, and you're going to lower it, right, to maybe a more reasonable amount, $5 a month, $1 a month. Please do that within the next 12 hours. I don't want anyone to get into a situation where sadly they didn't realize that was the case, and then they have to fight out with Patreon to try to get their money back, okay? So please, heads up, I know there's a lot of people watching now. A lot of people will be watching this video. Hopefully there's no miscommunication there, and we can get that settled, all right? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and very quickly just run through the plugs, and then we'll get started. First of all, Loot Crate. If you're interested in Loot Crate, I'm going to be unboxing 2 Loot Crates coming up in the next couple of weeks. There's a Loot Gaming crate that's going to be delivered, and in addition to that, there's also going to be a special new crate that's going to be delivered here to my home, and I'm going to be unboxing. It's a brand new style. I never even had this crate before. I'll be unboxing both of those over on the King of Hate Vlogs, my vlogging channel. You can see the link to it right there on your right-hand side of your screen. And if you're interested, let's say you watch these unboxing videos, you're like, man, this is good stuff, and I'm interested in maybe getting a Loot Crate for myself. You can use my referral link and discount code to save 10% on any Loot Crate subscription for yourself, and I get a little bit of referral credit for that, so it benefits both sides, right? All you gotta do is check out the description of any of my videos or any live stream that I've done in the past couple of months. You'll have all that information available. All right. It's lootcrate.com/darksidephil, and the code is SAVEME10DSP, SAVEME10DSP. That's number 1. Number 2, Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP. Obviously, Twitter is a cool place to interact with people like myself, and I tweet up there every day several times. I let you know when I'm starting my streams, when I'm uploading videos. I let you know every day. I post up a new schedule at night to let you know what I'm doing the next day, but I also share fun photos. It's a really awesome place where I get to interact with my viewers and fans. It's the way to get information from me on a daily basis. So please follow me @TheyCallMeDSP on Twitter. And I am verified on Twitter, so beware, there are some impersonators, but they don't have that nice check mark next to their name like I do. KO Gaming has picked up in a big way, ladies and gentlemen. KO Gaming is my YouTube channel where I do edited style content. I do gameplay videos that are not just raw gameplay, but things such as game reviews, first impressions, montages, countdowns, that kind of stuff. And admittedly, it was really slow over the summer, but in the past couple of weeks, it's picked up in a big way. I've uploaded 4 videos in the past 2 weeks. In fact, last night, I released my Battlefield 1 review. So I certainly hope that you will check it out, youtube.com/KOGaming1, and you can expect reviews of all the upcoming new games, including Titanfall 2, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and a lot of new games coming up in the future, all going to be there on KO Gaming shortly. All right? Already mentioned Patreon. Don't need to go into detail about Patreon anymore, but it needs to be said, hey, you still have 11 hours left. If you want to be a part of this October Patreon, you want to get all your perks for this month, you know, within the next week or 2, you have to pledge within the next 11 hours. If you don't, let's say you pledge in 13 hours, well, sadly, you're going to have to wait until November, the end of November, early December to get your perks, all right? So 11 hours left. If you're watching this stream and you're loving it, first of all, please give the stream a like on YouTube if you're watching the stream and you're loving it. But also, consider pledging. Your pledges are why this stream is happening. How awesome is that, right? So please consider pledging if you haven't. 11 hours left. And the big event that's going to be happening in November as a result already of the pledges is an Indies Marathon. So we're doing this again in a month, only it's going to be all indie games. It's going to be pretty fun, all right? And then last but not least, here we go. Leanna has been dying to get on camera this entire pre-stream. She's making a sad face right now. She finally wants to do something on camera to promote her business, so we'll allow her the opportunity. Hold on. Before she gets in position here, I'll make this big again. I should have done it from over here. Hold on. Okay. Last but certainly not least, the Black Current, where you can get handmade glycerin soaps and wax tart melts. Great products that are... Uh-oh. All right, I'll let the creator of the business speak for herself.
All right. First of all, meat sacks, happy Halloween. But this is a terrible business. Worst business ever. Okay, you see this? See this? This is green fig wax hearts. This is not an actual green fig. I can't use this for plant domination over the entire world. How am I supposed to take you out with this? Look. I have the power to control plants. Look what's happening. Not this. And the vegan, this is soy wax. My babies were ground up and melted to make this. Ground up. Look at this poor thing. It's crying.
I feel like a salad right now. What does everyone think?
You're a horrible, horrible, horrible human being. And you know what? I was going to make you the last on the kill list, but you know what? You know what? I'm going to go to the pumpkin patch. I will rise up my pumpkin army, and they will just take you all out.
Well,
all of you.
Well, Miss Isley, would you like to say anything about the black currant?
I mean, it smells good, but like I said, no world domination happening here. I mean, seriously, those green fig actually does smell really good.
I love the green fig.
Yeah. Want to smell it?
Sure, why not?
Ah, see?
Oof.
See? My attempts at world
Strong.
domination. See, this is all I can do.
Strong smell. Oof.
Here, put your finger here. I'll
Then again,
pinch
that's the
you with it.
concentrated wax tart that you melt. A lot of people actually ask, show them. That's a wax tart. A lot of people say, what is a wax tart? That's a pack of 6. And you put that in a wax tart melter, and it melts and makes your whole house smell good. A lot of people don't understand what it is. That's what it is. So, the black currant. Wax tart melts, handmade soaps. I attest that the product is great. I only use her soaps when I shower or bathe, as infrequently as I do. When I do bathe, I use your soap.
Yeah.
And it's great stuff. So, to re-show you the link and re-plug it, here it is at the bottom of your screen. Etsy.com/shop/the black currant. Right now, there's a sale going on. Right?
Yes.
And what is that sale? Tell our audience.
It is Spooky 20. 20% off a purchase of these not actual plants, for some reason, terrible products of wax tarts and soap. I don't know how you expect me to endorse this. My entire goal is ecological.
It's supposed to be
warfare and
plugging your business, not plugging the Halloween costume.
Do I look like her? I got red hair. Is that what you want from her?
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, until the end of today, 11 hours left. If you place an order to the black currant and use the code SPOOKY20, SPOOKY20, you will save 20% off any order of $10 or more. It's a great opportunity now to place an order and get ready for the holidays. Maybe get something a little bit in advance on the cheap. It's great stuff. And if you don't believe me, because I plug it every day here on pre-stream and because my girlfriend makes the products, I challenge you to check out the website for yourself. As you can see right here, there's tons of positive customer feedback since this business opened in early 2015. And yeah, customer testimonials, real ones. Trust me, we don't have the money to pay for fake ones.
I should listen to my mother when she said to go with Bane.
All right, well.
He played football in college.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to start with my Halloween marathon. I thank you for being here. I hope that you enjoy this little pre-stream shindig. And,
I'm gonna go play Plants vs. Zombies.
it's time for me to be scared, I guess. Right? Because as we know, I always get terrified when I play horror games. I piss and I vomit and I scream like a little nitty girl and I overreact. And now I'm as you know, I'm a millionaire on YouTube because I overreact in my face cam every time I play horror games. So today's just another day for me to have the cash rolling in, baby. Here we go. Let's let these millions of dollars roll in as I act like a little ninny on face cam. Okay. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate you being here on stream. And it is now time for us to begin. So I will actually adjust all the equipment. And we will go from there, all right? Thank you.